Something about the name Jesus. Something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name I know. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name I know. Some people say I'm crazy, but yeah, I can't explain. Hey, the joy that I feel, yeah, when I call His name, yeah. Said it's just like power shut up in my bones, yeah. There's something about the Holy Ghost, Pastor. It just won't leave me alone. Something about that name. Something about the name Jesus. Something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name. Oh, I know. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name I know. I know. I know. It is the sweetest name I know. I call it the evolution of real.
Wow.
The evolution. It's my transference, my retransformation.
Wow.
And I started out just trying to do fun music for them because our congregation is so young. So I started out doing fun music using some of the sayings that I say in church. And God just totally transformed it into something totally different and new. And if you're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing,
wow,
the probability that it will manifest into the success that you want it to is probably slim to none, because that soup has already been served. So when God gives you something new and authentic to do, just do it. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I don't care how different it is from the mainstream. There is nobody. If you think years back, Kirk Franklin was doing music, and we were like, oh, where they do that at? But now we vibe into it. You know?
wow.
And so if you just do what God calls you to do and be your authentic best,
Wow.
you know, just like we're praying for Breakthrough TV. God's gonna call Dr. Yo to do some amazing things, but He's gonna call her to do some amazing things in accordance to His will. And He knows who you are. He knows who you are. He knows that when you step in the building, it's gonna be loud and proud. It's gonna be big brother, big sister. I think that's your tagline. Hey, big brothers and big sisters. And just to be your authentic, real self, because I think that's what the world is looking for, and that's what they're missing right now. Real, authentic sense of
Like I said, I know the song Break Me by. I remember listening to it. I was like, wow, so that's why it really talks about
I'm getting, last time I had an executive producer. This time, I am my own executive producer. I'm partnered, last time I partnered up with another ministry, and I had to do real clear on the This time I'm partnered with GOD, and that's my executive producer. His will is real, and so he's been feeding me authentically.
What's up, family? This your girl, Dr. Yo. I'm so excited because Break Free Release is expanding. We have another entity called Uniqueness in You Broadcasting Mentorship Class. I know you're probably saying, what is uniqueness in you? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is designed for you. If you want to be your own radio and TV personality, this is the class that you want to attend. We offer personality training. There is mock interview training. Oh, it's so much that we have to offer, but you need to be in the place. Listen, for further information, you can visit the website or you can call our office number. Listen, there is uniqueness in you. I want to see you there. You are unique. And today on Break Free TV, I will be talking to Linton Wings, Richard Hollis, and Pastor James Ross about the one thing outside of God that makes the world go around. Music and its importance in the world and the church. I am overly excited about today's show, so I want you to sit back, relax, and get ready to break free. Hello, I am Dr. Yo. Have you ever been to the place that you struggle in ministry, or you struggle in your personal life, or even as a business person to balance between all three, or so many things, even being a family person? Wow, God, through experience, has allowed me to write a book. It is Behind the Mask, the struggle between balancing your personal life and your ministry life. If you want to obtain a copy of this book, you can visit the website or you can call our office number. I guarantee that after reading this book, it will bless your life. You can remove the mask off of your face from everything that you have hidden behind in your struggles to balance.
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
Sound real good.
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
Oh my goodness, look. You have tuned in to Break Free TV. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Yo. And today we are talking to my friend,
Jesus promised he'll take care of me. On the scene with Dr. Yo.
about you, because you my big brother, been my big brother for, oh my God, over
30, we're 30 deep.
ooh, 30 deep.
We don't look like what we've been through.
Oh, don't start that. No. Woo, I just had a flashback. Don't start preaching. I know about you. You my friend. We've been, and my brother, over 30 years. We sung in the choir and all these wonderful, woo, you know, back in the day. I'm going to say that for another day. We don't want to run the people off the show from tuning in, because I done messed this up. But tell us about the Apostle James Ross.
Well, first I'll start outside of the apostolic. I am a child of God. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather, and I'm the proud pastor, senior pastor of one of the greatest churches right here in Pearland, Texas, Greater Love Community Church.
All right, my God. Shout out Lady Kayla Ross.
Lady Kayla Ross.
Yes, that's his rib, y'all.
My rib, my backbone, my helpmeet, my girlfriend,
And my sister.
My ride or die.
Talk about it. And my sister, y'all. Y'all better ask somebody. Look, I know, big bro, I know many years ago, before you transitioned over to Christian, as an apostle, as a pastor, I remember, back in the day, you used to sing in your stage, aka, that James Real, that one there. What caused you to transition from J Real over to who you are and what God has called you into in Christian music?
I can start off by saying that I've always been in church. I'm a church boy. I'm a church boy. You can open up my chest and it's stamped on my chest, church boy. and so we grew up in a time where you really didn't do much out of the church. There was always something going on in the church from Monday to Sunday. I don't even know what BTU meant, but we was there. Amen. and so we were at all of these services. But then what I had to find out is I had to get my own relationship with God. Because even though I had been in all of those services, I had been in church, but church hadn't been in me.
Come on now, come on.
And so after being in church literally from Monday to Sunday, when I got 18 years of age, I was like, I've served my sentence. It's over. I don't want no more. Time served. And so I went my way. And I was blessed. I had get a recording contract and travel the world and tour and put out records and sometimes it amazes me to sit on YouTube and say, oh man, I forgot I recorded that song. I forgot I did this. I forgot I did that. But I had recorded 2 successful albums, and I was getting ready to record my 3rd album. I was calling it my comeback album because I hadn't been out in like 2 years, so I was calling it my comeback album. And I met my wife, and I had gone through kind of like this metamorphosis where God was showing me that everybody that I thought was down with me really wasn't down with me. Because in the glory days of J Real, everybody was there. But when it seemed like I had fell off, everybody kind of dissipated. Wow. And so I went from there and kind of a season of almost depression, but God would never let me get too far. Wow. And so I began this road on my road back, this album, and it was going, you couldn't have asked for a better group of producers. Wow. And, Bishop Stick Burrell and John Broussard and James Bradshaw and all these wonderful producers. And we had put a great deal of money into this record. And I had a friend of mine at the time, and he was actually maybe about 10 years younger than me, but I was kind of mentoring him in the music business, and he was tragically killed. Wow. And so I would never forget, as I went with his mother to identify his body. Wow. And on my way back, I was looking at this, and I kind of had this epiphany. And even though I had this album that I had spent all of this money on, and I had so much great anticipation of it coming out, I told God yes in that car that day. Wow. And I never looked back. I accepted my call maybe about a year later into the ministry. Wow. And I have a servant's heart, so I just started serving. I even and I had a hunger to preach. Wow. And so, but I wasn't getting those opportunities. And I would tell every preacher out there, every preacher out there, every minister of the gospel who is waiting on an opportunity for some senior pastor to let you hold the mic, to let you preach, to let you hone your craft. There are preaching opportunities as soon as you open your door. Come on now. As soon as you step out, there's a preaching opportunity there. Yes. And so God led me to start ministering in the nursing homes. And I fed my hunger for preaching. Wow. Through that nursing home ministry. And I was just fine. I was serving at church. Mm. I was worship leader at church. Wow. I was armor bearer. And so I was I was fed. I was good with it.
Yeah.
And then God flipped the script one more time and gave me a new challenge, which was Greater Love Community Church.
Wow.
And I was scared.
Wow.
And I was intimidated.
Wow.
And I have a saying that I tell my church all the time. And it's something that I found out when we were opening up Greater Love Community Church. I told God yes in spite of my lack of resources.
Wow.
I just told him yes.
That's powerful.
And so I had him, and I have a saying now that I developed from that. When it's his will, it's his bill.
Oh my God. Wow.
When it's his will, it's his bill. So whatever you aspire to do, don't worry about if you have the finances or not.
Wow.
When it's his will, he's going to take care of it. He's going to supply the resources for it. You may not see it, you may not know where it's coming from, but little by little, he's going to take care of his vision. When it's his vision and not yours.
Wow.
And so we've just been growing. We started out on Bailey Road.
Wow.
In a little storefront, and then we moved from there to a commercial building. And
wow.
we thank God that He's just given us a new property in prime time Pearland.
Come on now, won't you do it?
We're starting renovations now, and we are on fire, and we're excited. We have a lot of young people here at Greater Love Community Church who don't know the church system. They don't know how to hunt them a sundown when the organ come on. They don't know how to snot and cry and
but they know Jesus.
But they know Jesus, and when they feel it, and the tears start rolling down their face, those are authentic tears.
I was listening. I know that you're working on a new project.
I am,
and I'm excited about it. Just listening to the music. But what really resonated with me and kind of just stuck with me is the fact that your music will be able to bless even the young people. It's just not geared toward and people who they can be young in their faith, you know, just well-rounded all the way around, that they know that they can be won over in different messages, you know.
I started out recording this new project, and actually I called it the evolution of real.
Wow.
The evolution it's my transfer, it's my retransformation.
Wow.
And I started out just trying to do fun music for them because our congregation is so young. So I started out doing fun music using some of the sayings that I say at church.
Wow.
And God just totally transformed it into something totally different and new. And if you're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, the probability that it will manifest into the success that you want it to is probably slim to none, because that soup has already been served. So when God gives you something new and authentic to do, just do it. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I don't care how different it is from the mainstream. There is nobody. If you think years back, Kirk Franklin was doing music, and we were like, oh, where they do that at? But now we bop into it. You know? And so if you just do what God calls you to do and be your authentic best. You know, just like we're praying for Breakthrough TV, God's going to call Dr. Yo to do some amazing things, but He's going to call her to do some amazing things in accordance to His will, and He knows who you are. He knows who you are. He knows that when you step in the building, it's going to be loud and proud, and it's going to be big brother, big sister. I think that's your tagline. Hey, big brothers and big sisters. And just to be your authentic, real self, because I think that's what the world is looking for, and that's what they're missing right now. Real, authentic saints of God.
I mean, you know, like I say, your music, I know the song Breakthrough. I remember listening to it, and I was like, wow, so many people are being blessed by it, because when it talks about you may have different challenges and you may face different things in life, and God will give you, you know, your breakthrough. And then I'm excited about the release of your new music because this music here has a different twist to it.
It has a different twist. I'm getting, last time I had an executive producer. This time, I am my own executive producer. Last time I partnered up with another ministry, and I had to do, when you're in Rome, you gotta do what the Romans do. This time I partnered with God, and that's my executive producer.
Wow.
His will, his bill,
Wow.
and so he's been feeding me the authentic way he wants me to do it, and I'm going to do it just like that.
Wow, wow. Well, I would like to thank my guest on today, my big brother, my friend, Apostle James Ross from Grace and Breakthrough TV, and thank you for tuning in because I know you could have been anywhere else on
On the
today,
scene with Dr. Yo.
but you decided to spend some time with Dr. Yo.
Promise he'll take care of me.
Now listen, you guys, Dr. Yo, Breakthrough TV. Until next time, don't stop until you what?
Jesus promise till you break free. Don't stop until you break free.
Don't stop.
Don't stop until you break free.
Don't stop.
Jesus promise he'll take care of me.
Oh yes, he will.
I'm on the scene with Dr. Yo.
Yes, you will, big bro.
Life, we experience an abundance of issues, in which calls for guidance and counsel. At Break Free, we're here to help you overcome those obstacles and provide you direction to the path of success. At Break Free Ministries Counseling Program, we offer support in various areas such as marriage and family, grief, career, and many others. You can come out of your maze of confusion. To schedule an appointment, please call our office at 832-263-8759.
We're blessed in the city, we're blessed in the fields, we're blessed when we come and when we go. We cut down every stronghold, sickness and poverty must cease, for the devil is defeated. We are blessed. We're blessed in the city, we're blessed in the field, we're blessed when we come and when we go. Sickness and poverty must cease, for the devil is defeated. We are blessed.
All right, we blessed him. Woo, my God, we in this place on today. Listen, all week I have had some amazing guests. Over here we got Linton Wings, my big brother Apostle James Ross, my other big brother over here to the side, none other than Richard Hollins. Now listen, we got a lot going on and we got a lot to say to y'all today. They hanging out with their little sister Dr. Yo. What's up? How y'all doing?
How you doing? What's up?
Y'all all right? Loosen up.
Okay, we good.
All right, I'm just trying to make sure, because this the closing of the closing. What Dr. Yo get to be talking. Hey. Well, listen, I got a couple of questions that I need to kind of throw out to y'all from old Doc. I think y'all can help me out a little bit. What you think?
Go ahead, Doc. Break
All right. It say now in the Christian music, a lot of artists are having secular artists on songs and features. What is your thought on that, big brother Richard Hollis over here?
Well, again, I believe God used a lot of unconventional methods, and when we try to box him in, we begin to get the backlash of what we see today, where the unchurched or the unbelievers want nothing to do with the church, and they're totally turned away from it. Whatever God uses to work, is what he chooses to use, I can say my heart was blessed and God touched me through an R&B song with R&B singers.
Wow.
So
I think my question for that question is, why has the body of Christ become the church of exclusion?
Wow.
and that's not the church that God is coming back for. God didn't exclude anybody.
Wow.
Now, when God picked the apostles, the one He was walking closest with, none of them were that spiritual in nature. They were prominent men of God, but they weren't
Wow.
spiritual.
Wow.
And so my take, and yes, I do have secular artists. I do put secular artists on my records, and it's because I want a different perspective.
Wow.
I want a realistic.
Wow.
I want a realistic perspective, and one of my favorite movies, The Color Purple. My favorite scene is when a young lady, Suge Avery, comes in after she had been in the club, and her band is behind her, and
Wow.
she's singing under the anointing of the Holy Ghost, and she looks at her dad and she says, "See, Daddy, even sinners got a soul."
Wow.
But if we exclude those,
That's rich right
if we
there.
exclude those individuals, then we have lost a whole generation
Wow.
of individuals that we're supposed to gain.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
If
powerful.
Jesus says, "Come as you are,"
Come on now.
if there's a grace that comes from God, and He said, "You will know them, you will know those who love me by the love that you show."
Wow.
So
Wow.
you'll know who's mine by the love that you show. How can you show love to an individual
Wow.
if you constantly keep on the outside?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And so where is the love of God?
Could you please repeat that, my brother?
He about to get an amen in this corner.
But how can you show love to those who keep on the outside?
Wow.
And so I think what happens is that the realness of the individuals on the outside come on the inside and see the fakeness that's inside of the church,
And it's
that
attractive.
and that casts a shadow on what you say is
You gonna
God.
make me
this
lay
is the
down
thing.
on the
It's
TV
not- it's
here.
not- It's not that our millennials don't want God. It's just that they don't want your God, the God that you're representing.
Your God of exclusion.
Your God of exclusion.
Ooh.
Your God of fake, unreal, untruth. They don't want that God. And so they want God, and they're crying out, saying that
Family, this your girl, Dr. Yo. I'm so excited because Break Free Release is expanding. We have another entity called Uniqueness in You Broadcasting Mentorship Class. I know you're probably saying, what is uniqueness in you? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is designed for you. If you want to be your own radio and TV personality, this is this class that you want to attend. We offer personality training. There is mock interview training. Oh, it's so much that we have to offer, but you need to be in the place. Listen, for further information, you can visit the website or you can call our office number. Listen, there is uniqueness in you. I want to see you there. You are unique.